Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the worst show on the internet, the Fan Cave Podcast. I'm your host of that terrible show, Mr. Dylan Bludorn. The other direction, but I'm getting it down, Debo. I'm figuring it out. The light-skinned champion, Mr. Debo Mills. And below us, we have our number one fan of the Fan Cave Podcast, the man who's always winning every giveaway, Mr. Damon. Gentlemen, how are we doing today? And what's the Halloween plans? What do we got going on for Halloween, boys? What do we got popping?
30s for sure. I don't have any plans yet. I don't really know yet. Probably go downtown. We'll see. Get litty.
There you go. How about you, Damon?
I think this weekend, me and my girlfriend are going to go to a pub crawl in Marshall.
Oh,
that's tough.
Minnesota, huh?
Oh,
Minnesota, bud?
Small town Minnesota.
Minnesota.
You're not going boating?
No.
Heck yeah, boys. Well, let's dive right into it here. We're a really strict segment show. We go by the book around here. Let's dive into the game on Thursday night. The old Baltimore Ravens taking down Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers dropping for, I think, the third straight game, maybe fourth. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a great host. But Tom Brady didn't get it done. But I think he looked better. He threw for 325 yards and a touchdown. But he only had one touchdown. That was to Julio Jones. So I think they're figuring things out, but they're not quite gelling the way they need to be. Baltimore turned it around finally after losing two straight. Baltimore's played decently well. They use like 1 million running backs now that J.K. Dobbins is out. So, yeah, we'll see if that is the new recipe for success in Baltimore. But, Damon, coming to you first, what'd you think? What's your take on the Thursday night football game?
I thought it was a pretty good game overall. I would say that the Bucs, I'd say it's a horse apiece as to what they look like compared to the Packers as far as competitive. But they still have, I'd say, more pieces. And I feel like Baltimore put on a good showing.
Definitely.
Yeah, no doubt.
Did you guys see Tom's roughing the passer call towards the end? But he got absolutely annihilated, bro.
He did.
Oh, that was not good. Yeah,
I'm looking at sports memes. They're all about the Lakers sucking. It's pretty funny.
Baltimore had a really good balanced game too, I thought, because I think I seen at one point they had it was in either the third or fourth quarter. I want to say the fourth. They had 220 some yards passing and 220 yards on the ground.
Yeah, and they spread it out pretty even too.
Yeah, not one guy was getting all the targets.
Yeah,
especially after Mark Andrews went down early in the game.
Lamar only had 250 passing or right around that, and the running attack they all together as a combined unit had, I think, close to or over 100 yards. So that's pretty. That's the way Baltimore wins, and they got it done tonight. So
was Mark Andrews' injury serious? I didn't get to see it.
I didn't hear any serious. I know he got ruled out for the game, and he ended up coming out of the tunnel, out of his uniform, just in sweats. But
who's that?
Mark Andrews.
He came out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because he got hurt in the first quarter. I'm pretty sure.
He did.
But was it was a shoulder injury?
Shoulder injury, yeah, that's what I heard.
Well, you know what's good for shoulder pain, boys. So I'm just gonna leave it right there. But yeah, no, I only watched bits and pieces of that game. We'll move on here to a topic that I want to get into because it's my least favorite person probably in the NFL right now. Jeez. Mr. Russell Wilson, the ultimate cheese ball, just continues to every storyline about him is the most stereotypical, working way too hard for no reason, just to put it out there that he's working hard when and his team hates him for it. They have to. I mean, look at Seattle. Nobody likes him anymore. That was in the Seattle teams, and now Denver sucks. Working out for 4 hours out of an 8-hour flight while his guy was trying to sleep. I can only imagine how that went down.
Watching film for 2 of it.
So stupid, dude. I would have been like, bro, go to bed. Leave me alone. if I'm like one of his teammates, I'm laughing at him and I'm telling him, sit down, like go away. Like,
Well, was it the last game or the game before they had that close up of fucking Judy with Melvin Gordon, and I swear you can't hear the audio, but I swear they're talking about Russell.
Either that or the play call.
Or the play calling, just period. Like we're at this situation at this point in the game. Like both of them are pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's Russell's first year in a new system, and their head coach is a retard.
And with the new head coach, that he's has done good as a coordinator.
Yeah,
but
I just think he's an absolute goofball.
He is.
I don't know. I just can't deal with the corny. I get some of it, like it's cool, but not every week something new that like gets thrown in our face about this clown. That's like, dude, go home, go to bed, like stop.
Bro, he's doing some weird shit lately, but I feel like I don't know, bro. I feel like Russell's still a cool dude. I feel like he just does it just like because he knows it's polarizing and it gets clicks and views, and I feel like that's why he does it. But like, I don't know, bro. He seems like a cool dude, but the fact that you had your teammates get a hold of you through the team, like when you were on the Seahawks, that's kind of sus. Like, That's some weird shit. I can see if it's like some fucking like practice squad guy who's not going to make the roster and he's being on some like stalker shit, like, hey Russ, can I come to your house? Then I can see that shit. But if it's like your star players like Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, or like even any starter on the team, they should be able to pick the phone up, hit you, and you should answer.
Yeah. No, I agree. I just wanted to kind of bash on Russ. That's why I threw this in for a top pick, because I just think he's yet again an idiot. Like, I just can't believe how like this guy's in the NFL. Like, he's your stereotypical like sports movie quarterback that tries way too hard and just wants to be. His dad didn't love him as a kid, and it's just like, dude, like stop. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Like,
Russell's a savage though. He does have that killer though.
He used to be.
He still is, bro. Like, he just doesn't want to use his feet as much. And this year, bro, like I feel like on paper everyone was so hyped about that team, but realistically, that team's roster is just ass. Like, if that team had Von Miller on defense and Russell Wilson, probably a different outcome.
Their defense is pretty good, I thought.
It is. Their defense is locked down. But like, it's just like Patrick Surtain's their most known player, but just think if they did have Von there with that defense, it would just be a whole different vibe. I feel like everyone is just salty because it seems like they're kind of like in a rebuild. Like, they have a franchise quarterback, but like they're playing like they're in a rebuild phase. That's literally what it's like right now. Which I feel like you get a different head coach in there and you just get some offseason moves or trade deadline moves, you'll be straight. People are actually killing him though. Like, people are like, it is unwarranted. People are talking so much shit about Russ, like this dude hasn't been elite like for most of his NFL career.
Yeah, no, he has been. I just think he's an absolute clown. But everything else, I mean, and it might be the media kind of just picking on him, and putting him in the center of attention. Like, everything he does, like, gets announced because this stuff didn't come out in Seattle, and if he's doing it now, he probably was doing it in Seattle too. We just didn't hear about it behind closed doors. I just get tired of hearing the same stuff all the time. Like, there's always something, like a video his team puts on, like, as he's walking out of his house, like, and all dressed out of the nines. Like, it just always is something, and I just like, dude, win some football games, then you can do that stuff. Like,
I get that, but like, they're probably on a pretty big plane. Most of those dudes are probably knocked out. Like, if you've been on a long flight, like longer than 8 hours, people walk up and down the aisles. You didn't even realize that shit. Like, those aisles are pretty big. So like, I mean, that's that, but like, who the hell on their organization is leaking that to the press?
Yeah, I know. That's kind of bad on the team.
Is dude can't even enjoy a team flight trying to stay limber for the game, and you got some fucking tool bag leaking that shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
What do you feel, David? Sorry, we kind of cut you off. Now. How do you feel, bud? What did you say, David?
Oh, I said I feel like it's fucked up to say, but that's just kind of the world we live in right now with social media and all that shit. Like there's not really any privacy, especially if you're at any platform or status in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I agree, definitely.
No, I hear you, but sorry, I'm being goofy. Yeah, so no, I think Russ is. I think he's a goofball. I think he's a corny guy, but you know what? At one point in this league, he was really, really good, and he still is good. They just have to figure it out. Let's move on. You mentioned something about the trade deadline moves. Well, there's been a couple of very big ones so far in the league. Happened yesterday, so let's dive into it. First and foremost, the biggest one in my eyes, Kadarius Toney to the Kansas City Chiefs. Devo, what's your thought on that? And their offense just keeps getting better and better and more weapons and faster.
Hey, Kadarius Toney was a unit at Florida for the Gators, and he's came in and he's had some injury problems, but I also feel like it's a mixture of injuries, and I also feel like he just doesn't want to play in New York. I feel like it's a little bit of both. Like, I feel like if he really wanted to play, he could probably suck up and play. But that dude is an absolute electric player. Like, people are comparing him to say he's the next Tyreek Hill. I mean, I don't see that. Like, he's not. Like, you can't replicate Tyreek
That's
Hill.
so, I hate people do that. Yeah, right.
But he is shifty as hell. You get him the ball in space, he'll make plays happen. He can break dudes off on routes. He's his awareness when he catches the ball where defenders and shit are around him is amazing, and he can go deep on people. And he's gonna get in that Chiefs offense, and you're gonna see Andy Reid draw him up some good plays. They got two absolute burners from South Florida and Kadarius and MVS now. You got Juju out there, and then you got a young dude, Sky Moore, who's not really doing too much, but I mean, he'll get in there every once in a while. We'll see.
They got Valdez Scantling. Did you say him? I didn't.
Yeah, MVS.
Oh, you did say MVS. Okay, yeah, they got a bunch of. They got so many weapons, hard to keep track of them all.
Yeah,
and then of course Kelsey,
big dog.
Who? No, I'm just
the blackest white dude in the league.
He really is, though.
Or as they prefer.
He's no longer even sneaky athletic. He's just straight athletic now.
Yeah, for real. Big Yeti, though, for real.
Damon, what's your take on the old Kadarius Toney trade deal?
I think that's just
he's getting some heat on right now. He's getting some heat right now.
I think that's just a good team that's trying to get better. I think you kind of took the words out of my mouth with that. Like, that's just adding more speed. They have 5 receivers that now run like sub 4.5 40s or whatever. Like, that's just elite speed.
Yeah.
Your backup DBs have to be ready.
Facts.
Sorry, boys. I'm a little parched to see.
But
yeah, no. I think for sure. I think their weapons are going to be. It's not going to make them any worse. They're just going to keep getting better and better. Like, they're just going to keep reloading and loading.
They have Edwards, Hilaire, McKinnon, and that rookie Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco. Yeah,
he's fast as shit.
He is good, and Jet. People will be sleeping on Jet McKinnon. He was very, very good for the Vikings as a backup running back. He's slept on as well. Their offense is loaded. They're going to continue to be probably the best offense or one of the best in the AFC and potentially the NFL.
Thanks.
All right, let's get into it. The rich keep getting richer with the Kansas City Chiefs, and also the Philadelphia Eagles pick up Robert Quinn today. I think just for like a 4th-round pick, I think that's all it was, or something like that. Absolute steal once again for the Philadelphia Eagles. I can't believe it. Damon, what do you got on this one, man? What's your take? I know you were kind of talking about pre-show about this, but you really were high on this trade. What do you got on it, man?
I don't understand the Bears side of it. I don't really understand them getting rid of him and potentially not going to re-sign Roquan Smith, who's an elite linebacker. I don't understand it. And it's a very good move for the Eagles, especially when you consider that they're not going to be paying him. This is going to be all on the Bears this season.
100%.
Yeah, I agree. How about you, D?
The Bears are absolutely moronic in some of the moves they make. And, yeah, Roquan already came out and said they messed up his negotiation the first time around, and this is definitely probably the nail in the coffin. If he does re-sign there, it's going to be because they make him the highest paid linebacker in the league. If not, he's probably out of there to where we don't know.
He's
If
gonna
it's
get that
this
money
season,
no matter what.
it probably won't be this season because he's just going to wait till the end of his contract and go through free agency. But obviously, we saw that the Eagles picked up Robert Quinn because he's a dog,
He is
and
a
they
dog.
got to add him to the team. I think that's a good addition, and I feel like they're going to use him in a Von Miller sense. Not saying he's on Von Miller's level, but they're going to use him in a sense late game, third, fourth down when they need a for sure pass rush. You're going to see him in there making big plays, probably in big games.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's why you load up the guys you do for the late in games. You need veterans and they're going to get it done. That's why Von Miller's been in two different spots the last 2 years. I mean, yeah, they have to get the good teams get the weapons that can finish the games late, and that's what they're trying to do in Philadelphia because they are on a run right now. Man, do they look good.
I'm getting 2015 Eagles vibes right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, they blew up the Vikings again, so it sounds like the same team.
But I mean, hey, they're rolling through teams right now.
No, abs they are. They are unbelievable. Who's their backup? In case he goes down, then it will be 2015 Eagles.
Who is their backup? I actually don't know who their backup is.
That's what I'm saying. It's not David Fales anymore, is it, or whoever it was?
I couldn't tell you who their backup
Who
is.
cares?
That's a great question.
They'll bring RG3 back or something. He'll play for him. All right, boys. Let's get into it a little early. We're talking about. Actually, you know what, Damon? I'm gonna let you do that. I'm gonna hit an audible on this one here. Damon, what are some things in the NBA you would want? What a couple of storylines, couple of things. I don't watch NBA basketball, and we're a multi-sport show. We show it, so we're gonna dive into NBA basketball. Damon, what are some heavy storylines that you've noticed being a big basketball fan coming into the season so far? Yeah, the Lakers suck. We know that. But what else is going on? Ja Morant's balling. I just hear from through the media. I don't watch basketball. What do you got for us, Damon?
It's only the first, I think it's first or second week of the season, so it still is rather early. But as of right now, looking at it, in the West, one team I'd keep an eye on is the Pelicans.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they have Zion, who seems to be playing. He's healthy, and he's playing dominant. They have Brandon Ingram, who's nice. Their center is Valanciunas. I'm trying to think, and on top of that, they also have McCollum.
Really? Oh, yeah, they do got CJ.
I don't like Valanciunas for one reason.
Why?
So I'll keep it quick. I like to run on and talk a lot. But so like back when I lived in Alabama, I got to go to a basketball game, and it was Trae Young versus Ja Morant, like their second year in the league. They were playing each other, a big matchup.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hyped. You know, I'm going to the game. A friend bought me free tickets to go to the game. Let's go.
Yeah.
I show up expecting to see greatness out of these two studs. And Trae Young has 2 points at halftime. 2 points at halftime. And Ja Morant had like, I don't know, 10 or whatever it was. And Memphis is blowing out Atlanta. This is when Atlanta is horrible. This is before they made the playoffs. Like, this is like, they're horrible. So bad. And it's a terrible basketball game, horrible to watch. Like, Jaren Jackson's one of their top players. Like, he's like, who's that? I don't know.
Disrespect my boy Jaren now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's better than Trae Young. But no, so I'm at the game. Trae Young's horrible. I'm hating life. Like what? Why am I at this game? Why did I drive to Memphis to watch this game? Why did I do this? And the game ends, and I look at the box score. So I'm like, this game's horrible. Memphis blows them out. I'm like, who's the leading scorer in the game? It was Jonas Valanciunas. I'm like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? Why is he just like? So it's nothing against Jonas, but every time I hear that name, I always think of that basketball game I went to, and I'm always like he doesn't get a fair rap for me, but because of that, his name is just in a bad light because of that game. But he probably
had a double-double.
That's all I know is that he was the leading scorer, and I'm pissed about it. So carry on, Damon. I'm sorry.
No, I just made it. I said he probably had a double-double, huh?
Yeah, he did. He had like 27 and like 11.
Yeah,
that's an easy 10 boards.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going. New Orleans and who else?
That was in the West.
Well,
he said.
In the West, I'd say them. In the East,
how are the Clippers not good?
The Clippers, I wouldn't say they're not
Their
good.
team is like loaded.
Kawhi hasn't really. He played one game, and it was in limited minutes, and he played fairly effective. But until he gets back and he's healthy, they'll be maybe contend for the playoffs. But they're a completely different team if he's on the floor and he's healthy.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a big Kawhi fan, but in my opinion, when he's healthy, he's a top 3, top 5 player in the NBA.
I just look at that roster and I'm like, that's a roster that can go. Like that's one of the few like full rosters that can give the Warriors a shot. Like they have a squad. They just I know injuries are a big problem with them, but it's like I want to see them fully like be healthy at the end to have a run because I think that team can really go.
Do you know what Coach JV says about him? Like he's like, it's plain and fucking simple. They're the JV LA team. You're not the Lakers. He's like, you will never be the team in LA. That's just all he ever says. Whenever anyone talks about the Clippers, he said, hey, man, get that JV bullshit out of here. That's what he always says.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, it's the truth. That even if they win a championship, they'll never be the Lakers. But I want them to win a championship just because I'm a Kawhi fan. So I wouldn't be upset with that.
Fair enough.
I feel that.
Who's the best in the East? We'll get to it quick. Then we'll jump into a couple of fun things we'll do.
Best team in the East right now?
Or who do you think has the shots to be there at the end? Who are the couple of teams?
Who do you see in the Eastern Conference Finals and who do you see in the Western Conference Finals as of right now?
As of right now.
Detroit Pistons and no, I'm kidding.
In the West?
Yeah, it's Milwaukee, doesn't it? Or they're in the West?
No, Milwaukee's in the
East.
Oh. Well, there you go.
In the West?
Yeah, you're a Green Bay guy, too.
So
his team's the Timberwolves, though.
Yeah.
I don't like NBA basketball because of the Timberwolves. So, yeah.
Yeah. I do fuck with the Bucks, though, because Giannis is one of my favorite players, too.
Yeah, right.
But this is probably my favorite team in the NBA.
Celtics, huh?
What? Since when?
That's Debo's team.
Yeah. That's been my favorite. Yeah.
That's Liddy.
Yeah. But
yeah,
I would like to say
Boston's got a repeater. Boston's good.
I would like to see Milwaukee and Boston, depending on how seeding matches up. But Boston's playing well, but they also don't have Robert Williams, and he's a huge piece to their team.
They didn't extend him. They're letting him go to restricted free agency.
Yeah, stupid.
That is crazy. I mean, he doesn't have a jumper,
he played
but
most
still.
of the postseason on what appeared to me like one leg, and that dude was still dominating just about any matchup he was in. Bam Adebayo, getting
bro, real shit.
Yeah, so
he's not even that tall.
Is Brooklyn the real deal? I know they got everybody,
he's got a huge wingspan and he can jump out the gym.
True, that's facts. He doesn't have a jumper. You just gotta add a jumper.
No. He's just a solid big man and blocks shots like crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then in
Brooklyn,
the West,
they got to be pretty good.
I'd like to see the Nuggets make it past the first or second round. I'm not
saying
for sure that they will. Good? Murray needs to come back. He played decent against the Lakers.
Jamal Murray,
but he's just got to get that jumper back and that confidence, because I know a lot of people like to write off the bubble, but that man in the bubble was an animal.
Yeah, facts though. He was
like, there's a reason they came back from 3-1 twice, and it wasn't just Jokic.
No, that's facts.
Fair enough.
He's an Instagram savage too.
And then matching up against them,
the Warriors. It's got to be.
Yeah, you can. I don't like to hate on the Warriors. I just don't want to see them get another ring.
I do. That'd be fire.
Dude, Curry's going to be the best point guard of all time. No, he won't take Magic ever, but those two would be fun to watch, though.
I mean, he could go down as maybe the greatest point guard.
Magic
completely changed the game. He's got one of the biggest imprints on the NBA.
Yeah,
of all
he's the best
time.
shooter of all time.
Yeah, I bet you if that Lakers team played that 16, 17 Warriors team, they get their ass whooped.
Who's gonna stop the Kareem though? That's the only question I have. Who stops Kareem? That's the only problem. They got who was JaVale McGee?
You
Was
don't
there?
gotta stop Kareem when your whole team's fucking shooting threes.
I know, but Kareem's on takeover mode. But yeah, I don't know anything about it. I don't know
Which
anything.
is just like he keeps scoring twos, they'll just keep scoring threes, and those numbers.
Y'all were talking about Robert Williams. I didn't know who that is. I thought when we talking about Robin Williams, he's an actor. I don't know who Robert Williams is.
Robert Williams is a Celtic center.
Well,
big
the
ass
Celtics,
dude.
they
He's from
the last
Louisiana.
few years, credit to Danny Ainge, but the Celtics these last few years with loading up with draft picks, and they've hit on a lot of these players. Like their team last year was full of drafted players: Robert Williams, Grant Williams, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum,
Facts.
and
Jay
the list
Taco.
goes on.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Shout out Ime Udoka, am I right though?
Yeah. Hey man, how you cheat on Nia Long?
Dude, hold on. Everyone's talking shit about him. No one's talking about the fact that this chick, the vice president's wife, and the head coach are having an affair, dog. And tell me how they're gonna have a full-on relationship, and then after shit goes south, then she's gonna report him to the front office for making inappropriate comments after they already had a relationship. That makes no fucking sense.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I think it's bad that he's getting blackballed, though, because he's not the only head coach in my mind that's probably had this type of situation.
No shit.
You know?
You
So,
think
like,
so?
he's getting blackballed. But another free shout out. The interim head coach getting ejected within the first 5 games of the year. Shout out. Round of applause to him in Chicago.
Yeah, fair enough. He was getting blackballed, but he wasn't sure. Truly wasn't getting blue balled.
Did you
All
hear?
right.
Did you hear what Clay said when he got
fuck.
ejected last night during the game? Or not last night, but the other night during the game. Did you hear what he
Are
was
you
saying?
talking
Bro?
Steve Nash?
No. Clay Thompson when he got ejected.
Oh,
He came
yeah,
after
I seen
Booker,
that.
didn't he?
Yeah, 'cause they were talking shit. But you saw what Booker said after the game? How like he respects Clay Thompson and they're just talking shit, like friendly talking. Well, during
What
the
Clay
game, someone came out and said that I guess that Devin Booker was talking shit like you can't guard me, and Clay just kept looking at him and going 4 rings. He just kept saying it, bro.
That's funny. Yeah. That pissed me off too. I probably laugh at it.
Hey, I got 4 rings, dog. And I was
Debo,
like,
did you
well,
see
that's so
freaking
savage.
Grant
That's-
Williams is getting suspended a game? He bumped into there was a transition or fast break,
Yeah,
and he was running back on defense, and he bumped into a ref, like didn't shove him, bumped into him, and he's getting suspended a game.
yeah. A lot of those refs are soft as hell.
Yeah.
Fact.
At least we're not betting on games anymore.
At least their players aren't like Jordan.
All right, let's dive into our top 10 NFL players, our favorite top 10 NFL players that we watch play. Let's dive into it. We did the college, being Debo did college our last show. Let's do this show, and then we'll maybe do a little fun starting 5 draft on the top players, and then we'll be good to go. Debo, give us your number 10 first, and then we'll go Debo, Damon, and then myself.
Aaron Rodgers.
Number 10, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
All right, Damon, who's your number 10, brother?
Number 10. All right, shit, I got to pull up my list quick. I'm a homer, so there are a couple of Packers, but I got to throw Jordy Nelson in there. White chocolate.
It's going to go Reggie White, Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver.
No,
Dave
it's not all
Green,
Packers. I promise. I limited it to only 3.
Brett Favre for a little bit.
I wanted to put him in there in the worst way.
John Kuhn.
All right, my number 10 is probably becoming my favorite quarterback to watch. My only quarterback in this list, number 10, and that is he's so fun to watch. I got Patty Mahomes, number 10.
Respect.
He's so fun to watch, dude. He's insane.
100%.
All right. Debo, number 9.
Hey, savage on the field, even more of a savage off the field. Gone forever. Aaron Hernandez. Dead ass serious, bro. Aaron Hernandez was a savage. If Aaron Hernandez would have never gotten arrested, bro, we wouldn't even know who Gronk was. Gronk who? He was doing numbers on Gronk, bro. Aaron Hernandez was a savage when he was playing.
Right, he was. He was good.
Balling.
On and off the field, he was. Absolutely.
New
I
England was
almost feel
running
like
a
a
lot of
copycat 'cause I'm
what
going
was-
with a tight end just like you right now.
All right, who's your number 9?
New England was running
Antonio
like a lot of
Gates.
12 personnel. Shit.
Antonio Gates.
That's fire.
Fair enough.
That's fire. What about you, Blue Boy?
I got to look at my list here, boys. I'm pulling up games. I'm going with the other end, the other side of the football.
Yeah.
Guys that the tight end has to block a lot. Going
yeah.
to defensive end, Mr. J.J. Watt.
JJ SWAT.
Just a good old boy doing his thing.
JJ SWAT.
Debo, number 8.
My number 8. Apparently, he is a white guy. Cortland Finnegan.
You don't actually like him like that. There's no way you actually like him like that.
I used to not. Cortland Finnegan used to be my favorite DB. He used to talk shit to motherfuckers. He used to throw hands too. When he got in that fight with Andre Johnson,
This is a troll. He's just saying this because he likes bringing up the fact that I thought he was
No,
white.
I swear to dog.
Hey,
I swear to 31 for the Titans.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was a dog.
Finnegan was that dude.
He was good.
Cortland Finnegan's a savage, bro. He used to talk shit, hella shit.
Courtyard Marriott, Cortland Finnegan. Heck yeah.
now this guy,
I was gonna put him higher, but I bumped him down a little bit.
All right. Go ahead, Damon.
this guy, I guess I wouldn't say I'm not the absolute like biggest fan of, but I just can't deny he's a monster on the field,
Yeah.
and I would like to. He stepped on my quarterback at one point in his life, Donkey Kong.
Hey, I like that one. I like it. Yeah, keep going. Go ahead.
And Donald
Donkey
Trump,
Kong Sue.
Yes, sir. Big
Donkey
Sue.
Kong Sue.
All right. Oh, my number 7.
I got to give my number 8, first of all.
Oh shit, my bad.
You're good, bro. This guy was a legend to this day. Debo, I think you like this guy too. You might be on your list. He may not, but he's on mine.
Yeah.
Number 43 in your programs,
Darren Sproles.
Troy Polamalu.
Ooh,
Troy
shit,
Polamalu.
Darren Sproles.
No,
Okay, respect.
Troy Polamalu.
is a dog.
He was so fun to watch. He's one of those guys you like. He was one of the few guys growing up that was like, defensive player, where's he at? Like he was changing games.
100%. Troy Polamalu was fire.
Polamalu.
Shout out
Polamalu,
Robin
man.
Moss.
Hey man, him and Joe Montana
Yeah,
in
for
your
real,
starting
for real,
lineup,
yeah,
you're
for
winning
real.
any game, any given Sunday.
For real.
Thanks. Real for
All
real.
right, D.
My number 7 is that boy Killer Trav Kelsey. Yes, sir. Killer Trav is that dude, bro.
He is.
Whenever he's playing, I'm watching, bro.
For
Got
real.
it. Even before Patrick Mahomes was there, I used to rock with Kelsey.
I feel that.
All right,
Damone.
monster.
Facts.
It's getting tougher, but he never played for any teams I really liked, but just another guy, again, as a player, thought that dude was a dog. Champ Bailey.
Yeah.
Man, y'all are like, you're saying my list, but mine are higher up on the list. Y'all are saying my people right now.
Yeah.
It's funny. Y'all are saying my people, man. You can't be stealing my team.
That's crazy.
All right. My number 7. I think is the only current. Oh, I have 2 current players, and I said one of them. I guess JJ Watt's still current, so I have 3. Minnesota Viking. Born and bred in Minnesota.
Lunch pail guy.
Lunch pail guy. Debo knows who it is. Number 19. I got his jersey on right now. Adam Thielen, man. I love Thielen. I always have. You guys know it. Adam Thielen. I literally have him on my – I'm wearing him on my person right now. He's a dog. His story's so cool. His story's awesome. You can't tell me it's not awesome.
No, his story's fire.
Better than Cooper Cup. Adam
In
Thielen.
his prime, hell yeah.
All right, D. It's number 6.
My number 6, I gotta rock with him because he's light skinned. Gotta go with him, Mr. Magic Man Mahomes. That dude is electric.
the same list. That's awesome.
Bro, Patrick Mahomes is the most exciting dude to watch.
He
He is
is.
the most creative. His awareness to pull off the plays he does, you got to have some amazing field awareness. Just all overall awareness of what is going on. And he seems like he just has it at all times.
For real.
And when his team was getting his ass kicked in the Super Bowl, this man threw a 30-yard missile completely horizontal to the ground and still threw a missile right to his dude who just happens to just drop it. Just drop it right.
Yeah, it was jumped and threw it. Yeah, it was dope.
Bro, savage.
All right, Damone. Let's see what you got, Damon.
Gotta go
Number
back.
6.
Number 6.
Spencer James.
He just left me, but got to go with that boy Devontae.
I respect it.
Tay.
Tay Adams.
He is a dog. That guy.
Shout out Fresno.
I like all of them. They're Packers, so they'll never be on my list. But
Hey,
I
he's
like,
a Raider now, so
he is a Raider, and he's
Shout
balling
out,
for
shout
him.
out Will Compton, year 10. Be a fucking
Year
wolf.
10, he's gonna be.
Be a
Year
fucking
10
wolf.
special
What-
teamer for
Is
the
it playoff
Falcons
Willie?
coming
Is that what
at
it is?
Playoff
Yeah.
Willie. Playoff Willie.
Willie. All right,
Oh,
my number
wow.
6.
Number
Another defensive player. This
Ooh.
guy had the nastiest spin move that nobody could stop. Dwight Freeney.
Yeah.
He was unbelievable for the Colts. He was so fun to watch. I mean, dude, he was winning sack titles, and he was insane. And he was short. He wasn't a Myles Garrett. He wasn't this physical specimen. He just was super fast and figured out how to do it.
Facts.
Dwight Freeney. Number 5, Debo. Our top 5s.
Number 5, Calvin Megatron Johnson.
Yeah. Okay. CJ.
Big dog. 6'6", 4'3". Try and triple team me. I'm still gonna catch that. Yes, sir. Dude's a monster.
I feel that.
Best receiver all time. I don't care what nobody says. Better than Randy.
What about Jerry?
Fuck, Jerry Rice is playing fucking Randy Whitman out there.
What about Steve Largent, dude?
Hell yeah. Fucking Jerry Rice is playing some bums out there.
Yeah. All right, Damon, let's see what you got.
I'm gonna
Mr.
go with
Celtics,
I'm gonna
sneaky
go with the
Celtics fan?
receiver as well, but he's on the opposite set of the spectrum.
Donald
And-
Driver.
I feel like this guy definitely has that dog. No, he didn't make the list, but I love that guy. Got to go with Steve Smith.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Steve Smith Sr. He was a dog.
Yeah, that's tough.
Steve Smith Jr. sucked, but Steve Smith Sr. was a dog.
Facts. Bro, that's a fire pick.
That is a fire pick. He was a dog.
Steve Smither.
And
All
we're
right,
talking
Khalil, what about your
and
5?
back it up.
My number 5 has already been said. Someone stole it from me, but I've liked him forever. Champ Bailey was insane as a corner, man. He was doing everything in the NFL. Champ Bailey, for sure. We already talked about him. He's old news, but I'll move on. Debo, number 4. If you steal my thunder, the rest of them, I'm going to come fly to South Dakota and kick both y'all asses. So let's keep it going. No, I'm just joking. But
My number 4 happened to also be on my college list. And in my opinion, one of the greatest defensive players to ever walk God's green earth. And that is my boy, Tyron Honey Badger Matthew.
yeah, he's your dog.
Savage. Cutting dudes in half. Ball hawk. Just everywhere he needs to be on a play.
Not Cam Chancellor, huh?
Nope. He could have made it in there, but he didn't.
Go ahead.
Demone.
It's already been said in the list, but dude was a monster. Megatron.
CJ.
Yeah.
Did you see
Man
that?
was getting punt coverage in the end zone.
Literally.
Stacked DBs right next to each other, still coming down with the ball.
He was in, you could triple team him and you still couldn't stop him.
Literally.
Bigot, but the Detroit Lions wasted the best receiver of all time's career.
And one of the best running backs.
So bad.
Facts.
Yeah, Barry, for real.
Two of the greatest players of all time at either position wasted and retired in their prime due to the fact.
100%.
All right, my number 4 has also already been said. We have great minds, I think, alike here. My boy, Travis Kelce, is definitely number 4 on my list. People be stealing my guys, and I'm not okay with it, but heck yeah. He is still so fun to watch. I try to get him in fantasy every year just to – unfortunately, he got stolen in every league. I didn't get him in any of my leagues this year, but he's unbelievable.
Thanks.
Number 3, Debo.
Oh, bro. My number 3, damn. I just thought about someone I should have put in there. My number 3 is Mr. Well, hey, what do you call it? What do you call it when someone just gets bombed on down the field? What's that called?
Getting old. You mean like getting
Moss?
Getting
mossed?
mossed. Mr. Randy. Mr. Randy University, we get them L's in us before the game.
Okay, straight cash, homie.
Straight
Straight
cash.
cash,
homie.
homie.
Straight
Yes,
cash, homie.
sir. Shout out Randy.
Oh, this
bro.
Favre out here.
You're stealing my list, Debo. Stealing
Bro,
my
I
thunder.
forgot to put Trent Williams in there. I didn't put any offensive linemen.
I thought about putting Joe Thomas in there. I like Joe Thomas.
I respect that. Ooh, actually, not Trent Williams.
Damn,
It'd probably be the Pouncey brothers,
Marquise?
Marquise and Mike and Marquise.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Man, it's tough.
your number
I
3,
feel like
Darren.
these 3 players, I feel like I could honestly interchange. They're just that damn good. They all different positions, but just damn good in their primes, damn good. Number 3, I gotta put Ray Lewis.
Respect.
Heck yeah.
I wanted to put him on my list, but he's in the honorable mentions. I had to like think about like whose jerseys are.
I just think of like watching like football as a little. I feel like he epitomized tackling.
I liked Ray Lewis, but I was more of an Ed Reed guy. Real shit.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
here.
Ed Ballhawk Reed. E.D. Reed, boy.
Kind of
The
shocked.
best safety you've ever seen, boy.
Maybe he's coming up in our list, but I can't believe he's not in any of our top 5s yet. That's pretty
Have you
wild.
heard Pat McAfee say that shit about Ed Reed?
Yeah, ED, yeah.
He's the best safety you've ever seen, boy. I ain't doing shit.
All right, my number 3 was stolen by Debo. Randy Moss, my number 3.
Randy.
Vikings fan all the way. Going to the games as a kid. I was at the game when he caught the deep bomb, was getting tackled by 3 defenders on the 5-yard line, and he pitched the ball back behind him to, I think it was Mwelde Moore, and he caught it, and he ran for a touchdown. I think it was Mwelde Moore. Yeah, I remember that as a kid being there, and they still show that play today. It was an awesome play in Vikings history. Randy Moss, number 3. Number 2, Debo, go ahead.
Well, I was at a young Vikings game when Randy was young, and then I was also at Randy Moss's first game back in the Vikings stadium after he left. Like when we brought him back for that 1 year.
Yeah, when he came back for
I
a
was
year.
at that game, his first game home, and that crowd went nuts, dog. When they said, "And he's back, you're number 84, Randy." Bro, hey, they went nuts, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
I'm kind of mad his number's not retired, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll come someday.
Facts. All right, number 2, Mike Vick.
Yeah.
Enough said. Mike
I'm
Vick.
waiting for that. I was waiting for that one.
Mike Vick. You can't fuck with my boy Mike Vick.
Yeah, he is a
Well,
dog.
he was electric. Went to prison for like a year and a half, 2-3 years, and came back first pass, bomb 95 yards into Deshaun Jackson.
He's a dog.
Let's go. Him and Ward Dunn on Madden 04 was the most
They're untouchable. And NFL Street. They're both untouchable on both of them.
Bro, for real.
That's
Mike
a game.
Vick.
That's a game I ain't played in forever. NFL Street. I missed that.
NFL Street
Great.
2.
And NBA Street. Another great game.
That's what they do is they lob the ball way up in there and they go catch the alley oops that are 90.
And just the
Oh, that's-
handles that
that's
handles that
NBA
you can
Street
do
Volume
on that game are insane. Like the dribble combos and stuff.
Yeah.
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 You just button mash all the time to make all the cool stuff happen. Yeah, right.
NBA Street Home Court was a fire game too.
Yeah.
Mellow only cover. You could like double dunk and shit. You could dunk it, catch it with your feet, flip it back up, and dunk it again. This shit was fire. All right, who's your number 2, Damon?
Gus Frerotte.
It was going to be Jay Love.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say it's LT, LaDainian Tomlinson.
LaDainian.
That's wild.
I think I know who number 1 is, Damon. Just a guess, but I think I might know. I'm going to come
Oh,
say
yeah,
for the
you
end.
already know.
But I think we all know.
He's having a piss poor year, but you already know who the number 1
we
is.
all know who it is. But anyway, my number 2, this guy always been my favorite player, but he's my number 2. But this guy's been awesome. I want his jersey. I don't know why I don't have it. Was a Minnesota Vikings ball boy in high school.
Oh, I already know.
Mr. Larry Fitzgerald. Dude, if you look at his stats, they're nuts. I think he is like the second, like he's behind Calvin Johnson and Moss and them guys. But I almost have him. He's not above T.O. Terrell Owens is also a dog too, but he's right up there.
Retired, or what's his deal?
Yeah, no, he's retired. He's like a big philanthropist guy down here now. He like plays a bunch of golf tournaments and just kind of lives his life out in Arizona here.
That's fire.
But yeah, Larry Fitz for sure. Number 2 on my list. My guy.
God, that'd be so lit to be a sports star in Arizona.
For real.
All right, my number 1. You already know who it is. I'm sure you guys don't have to guess. I've owned his jersey. I owned his college jersey, which was a disgrace that I ever put that team on my back. I own his NFL jersey, his Pro Bowl jersey, his away jersey. Mr. Adrian fucking all day Peterson. Best running back ever in the league. No one's arguing that with me. 6'2", 240, 4'3", running through anybody, going around anybody, can catch passes. And then when he hit that second gear, bro, it was like a fucking bullet shot of a dog.
He was so good. He was the hardest runner. Peterson. Nobody runs as hard as he does.
Adrian Peterson, bro, off the ACL tear, runs for 2K, bro. Get out of here, bro.
I know, bro.
Crazy.
I was at the game when he set the record for most yards in a game.
Yeah.
Against the Chargers, I was at the game. It was LT versus him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. 296 he ran for.
Yeah.
It was stupid. I mean,
I had the T-shirt with the stats and everything on it, bro.
Just stupid. Like the game was just him running up the field. It was a track meet for him. It was so fun to watch.
He literally carried a franchise at running back.
We wasted the best running back in the NFL's career. We just straight wasted.
We didn't waste it. He balled.
No, but we had Christian Ponder as our quarterback, and we had just stupidity quarterback. We had 1 year where we had Brett Favre, and look what he was there for 2 years, but the second year sucked.
Let's not forget the other main man, Joe Webb.
The Saints are running fucking bounty programs trying to rip kneecaps off. Like, come on now. If they had roughing the passer, if they had today's rule for roughing the passer back then, we would have won that game by like 40.
Yeah.
Dude
had a bunch of lunch tail guys at quarterback.
Pounder,
Tavares Jackson, freaking Joe Webb.
Shout out Joe Webb.
Hey, rest in peace, Tavares. He was a dog, though. I actually like Tavares. Yeah, right. You're funny.
He died?
Tavares Jackson?
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, you're messing with me right now. He's dead.
That's what you said. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's dead.
He is not dead.
Look it up. Tavares Jackson is definitely not living.
How? What?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
No, it's 100% true. Yes, finally somebody else had this happen to him. Yes, it's not just me.
He said it's not just me.
It's not just me. Yeah, Tavares is dead, bro. He was a dog, though.
That was not talked about. That was not majorly. What?
Who's your number one Blue Dorn? We already know who mine is.
Is it bad that I'm cheering for like that somebody like, yeah, it's not just me. Like, no, Tavares is a great guy. I give respect
I
fully
get
to
it,
Tavares
it depends
Jackson.
on how you look at it. It depends on how you look
I
at it.
actually might have heard that, but I just don't think it like really.
It's been a minute ago. It's been a few
I think
years.
I heard of that, but I just don't think I remembered it because it was like a single car. Yeah, it was at night. I think I do remember that. But damn, that's crazy.
But yeah,
Whoa.
I think in honor of Damon's number 1 pick here, we got to
And they're both number 7, him and Haskins. That's wild.
right.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yo, he was actually one of my favorite Vikings quarterbacks.
I know he actually wasn't bad.
Damn.
Hey, he had a 99 overall coin flip on Madden.
Damn, bro.
That's funny.
Hey, the one that messed me up the most, though, mainly because I met him in person, was Demaryius Thomas. That one threw me off.
Yeah,
That shit threw me off. But, Damon, what's your number 1, brother?
I think we all need to do a shot ayahuasca for this one.
Yeah, it's Aaron Ayahuasca. I mean, I figured it was kind of a given. Having a bad year, not just him, but
Aaron Rodgers.
He's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
No shit, really? What told you that?
You think maybe?
The greatest interception and touchdown ratio of all time, or what?
That might not last.
This guy could throw 25 interceptions every season for the next 4 seasons and still not pass Brett Favre.
Yeah, I know. Brett Favre has the record. I think, doesn't he still?
He does.
That's because
Back when he was a Packer, he had the record, and every day, like when I'd go watch the games with my dad, like at his bar, we'd watch all the games, and the Packer fans would all be in because they weren't on TV because the Vikings were on TV back in the day.
Yeah.
But my dad's bar had every game, so they'd all come watch the game, and he'd walk in every day with his Viking stuff on, and he'd go, "Oh, we're gonna see greatness today, another record. Brett Favre's gonna break the record again today." He'd walk in every day and say that every Sunday. It was so funny. All the Packer fans would be so pissed.
If you open up the thesaurus and turn to page 420 and look at piss missile, you'll see Brett Favre's name.
Dude,
That thing right there.
dude.
Just throwing piss missiles into hey, fucking the double covered. I'm fitting it in there.
That and if you can find any funds to allocate, he's gonna find them too.
Hey, in his early years though, it was fuck it. Sterling's down there somewhere.
Literally.
And what's the other one?
Man
Freeman?
should be in the
Is
Hall
there a
of Fame,
Freeman?
in my opinion.
Antonio Freeman? He was there too.
He was good. He, I think, might have got there right after because Sterling didn't get to play very long with Favre, only a few years, and then he got a neck injury.
Yeah.
That dude should be in the Hall of Fame. He was putting up Rice numbers with a dude that didn't know what a nickel defense was.
His brother's better than him.
Oh, wait. 5 DBs?
Or wait.
That's it? Yeah, they just take out a linebacker and throw an extra DB in there.
Wait, you said what's his name? Who was he throwing to?
Sterling Sharp, Shannon's brother.
Yeah, Shannon's brother. Yeah.
Dude was a dog.
Shannon's better, so.
Shannon's a goat.
Shannon
He's
himself
good.
in his Hall of Fame speech said he is the only person that's in the Hall of Fame that's not even the best athlete in his own family. Shannon's words.
No, I get that, but I'm just gonna say Shannon is better, especially because when he goes into shade mode and he's got his yak, that's called big shade.
I don't know.
Hey,
Sterling
Tom Brady's
Sharp,
not the
you
best
watched-
athlete in his
You
family.
watch
either.
some highlights with Sterling Sharp. He was setting records for for catches and receptions.
He was, but
Shannon had a longer career though, for damn sure.
Facts. Blue Run.
Yeah, but
Who's your number 1?
once
Is it AP?
again, Debo, you stole mine once again. But I'll ride
That's what
with
I
you.
thought.
I'll
it
ride
was
with you, dude. AP will forever be the dog, dude. He's forever will be my number 1.
I think it's fun. I wouldn't have been able to really guess any of our others, like 2 through 10, but I damn sure knew all of us were gonna have our number 1.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Like,
my honorable mentions were Luke Kuechly, Ray
that's honorable
Lewis,
mention.
Luke Kuechly, Ray Lewis, Keenan Allen, Ed Reed, Cam Newton, and George Kittle.
Okay.
my honorable mentions will be Reggie White, Donald Driver, Brian Dawkins, Ed Reed, and Priest, Holmes, and Jamal Lewis.
My man stole my honorable mention.
Really?
Priest Holmes, my number one honorable mention. I loved Priest Holmes.
Yeah.
I went to
Short, like peak, but that peak was insane.
Right. I was waiting for an Amon Green out of you, Damon. I'm kind of shocked I didn't hear Amon Green.
It's tough. I'd say that he's definitely probably the best Packers running back of all time, but I'd say second's probably Aaron Jones.
They just don't use him anymore.
Oh, if they don't use him, he should ask to get out of there so he can go get used somewhere.
Yeah. Right.
You give that guy 15, 20 carries or just 15, 20 touches a game, he's going to impact the game.
The running back position now is just it's changed so much because of the spread offense and like they're just passing the ball all the time. Like, man, like there's not like Derrick Henry is going to be him and Jonathan Taylor are going to be the last two like workhorse
3 down
running
backs.
Yeah, it sucks too because I mean, yeah, it's fun to watch all the throws, but I wish they'd still have a guy get the ball 20 plays a game.
They will. It'll shift back. It goes in tides. Eventually, once everyone goes to super pass heavy, there'll be that one team that'll shrink it down and start piss pounding people, and then it'll switch back for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
They just always seem to be splitting carries, and I don't understand. Like right now, Jones and Dillon I think Jones has one more carry, but he's got like over 115 more yards.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
My honorable mentions. I only have like 3 of them. Priest Holmes, we said already.
Ball.
Sean Alexander's in there.
Oh, I should have put him in
Sean
there.
Alexander.
I hate the Seahawks, but that dude's an animal.
Shout out, Bama.
A guy who's pretty much brand new in the NFL, has only been in for a few years, but I think
Justin Jefferson.
No. I think this guy is on defense. I think this guy's going to be a GOAT by the time he's done. Derwin James is so fun to watch, dude.
Of course.
The way he picked up Kelsey and slammed him, like he's laying the wood on people, man. He's so fun to watch. I hope Derwin has a great career, and we'll take him in Minnesota anytime.
And what Travis said about it on the New Heights, no free shout out. Oh, I'm going down.
Going down. Facts. Derwin James is a dog. Probably watched a lot of films similar to Tommy and Matthew.
All right, let's dive into some NFL games and we'll wrap this thing up. Let's do 10, 15 minutes more, dive into the games, then we'll get out of here.
Good.
All right, here we go. Let's start with the first one. We got to talk about my Vikings. I have to do it. They play at home. My dad will be at the game with all of his buddies. They play at home against the Arizona Cardinals. I think they'll get the W. They're playing hot, coming off of a bye. Kind of sucks they had an early bye this year, but I think they'll work it out, figure it out. And Kyler is going to keep playing Modern Warfare 2 or whatever it is. What are they up to now? What's the new games at Modern Warfare 7? I don't even know what it is. 2. I don't play video games. So
Modern Warfare 2.
Isn't there already a Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
I think I played a Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, like when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah, you did.
Why do they have that's so weird. Anyway.
Because they're retarded.
You guys got any take on that game, or is there any other game you want to highlight other than the Vikings game?
I think D-Hop might fist our secondary.
Yeah, hopefully they put Smith on him the whole game.
Hope not. He'll get his ass cooked.
I'll be almost done.
He'll get his ass cooked.
For real. Damon, who do your Vikes? Who do your Packers play this week? I should probably look.
Sunday Night Football in Buffalo.
You're gonna get fucking pissed.
What a week to have you on. What a week to have you on for. Heck yeah, dude. So let's talk about them. I got you on. Let's talk about them.
I'll be right back.
What happened against the Commanders?
What's there to talk about?
Jets, Giants, and Commanders, man. That's a tough situation.
Because you already know you're going to hear Matt LaFleur be like, oh, yeah, halftime, Aaron Jones, 7 carries, not good enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Week in, week out, they're going to be behind the chains, probably going to be undisciplined football, penalties.
That's the biggest thing. Their penalties are killing them.
Yeah, they said that they're one of the least penalized teams in the league last week, and I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, that sucks. They have to go to Buffalo, too.
They go to Buffalo and then to Detroit, which will be a battle because it's
Detroit
divisional.
always plays teams tough. Always.
Yeah, well,
right.
yeah, exactly. And it's just in the division.
Yeah,
so.
Detroit will lose 8 games in a row and then give the Vikings the game of their life. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
And then after that, they got to come back home to play Dallas, which could be rough. That's McCarthy's return to Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Big McCarthy's coming back. I hope they applaud him. I hope they like.
I think he should get a good reception. I would think so.
Yeah, they better accept him with warm arms. How about open arms there, goofball?
Oh, fuck, G-Bay?
Oh, hey, well, since we got you on, Damon, I want to ask you a question. It's kind of a would you rather with this guy or this guy. Who are you taking if you're a GM right now? Who are you starting your franchise with to run your team? You picking Todd Bowles or you picking Matt LaFleur to start your team? Who are you taking?
I think I might have put it in the podcast at one of the former comment sections. Todd Bowles, I get it. The supporting cast, the team, not that great in New York. Man's, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years as a head coach, and he was like 8 or 9 games under 500.
Yeah.
At least.
For the Jets?
Yeah. So, but I understand. LaFleur does have Rodgers, which a lot of people are going to use that as a crutch on his end.
Fuck yeah, it's Tom Brady, and they look like ass.
And Bruce Arians is still there.
And he has plenty of skilled players.
Facts.
Like I don't like hating on my team.
So you're taking Todd Bowles then.
The worst skill positions team in the league. It's probably the Packers, just because like I love the running backs.
That's cap as fuck.
The
Panthers suck ass. The Panthers and the Bears suck ass. Talent-wise, you're definitely not the worst. You're not like the best, but you're definitely
the receiving core. I feel like the Bears, I think, might have better receivers.
Oh, I guess I can see that.
Who would you take, Allen Lazard or Darnell Mooney?
I think Mooney's overrated, but
I think Darnell Mooney's fire. Darnell Mooney's like my favorite player on the Bears, though, so that's kind of. But
biased. Would you take Allen Lazard over Darnell Mooney?
No.
No, I said because Darnell Mooney's my favorite player on the Bears. That's why.
I do think Mooney's overrated, but I think he's better.
I'm taking Romeo Doubs over Darnell Mooney, though.
I don't know.
Romeo Doubs is a fucking dog.
Romeo Doubs is good.
He's just a rookie. There's growing pains with that.
I mean, yeah, but he's still a dog. He's showing shit that most rookies don't really show like that.
What do you mean? Have you seen what rookies have been doing the last couple of years as wide receivers?
I mean,
you just listed one.
But that Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson's different. They were on the greatest.
Waddle.
They were on the greatest college offense of all time. Jalen Waddle's cool, but he hasn't done like anything super crazy. Like, yeah, the Dolphins are balling right now, but he's just fast as shit.
I will say though, Tua looked good in his comeback.
Yeah,
that first drive, he was just boom, bang, 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 touchdown. Like 7 for 7, beautiful start.
Jalen Hurts and Tua are like, I feel like the only quarterbacks that Bama ever had that were like. It's not really Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts went to Oklahoma and got better. I felt like Tua was like probably the best Bama quarterback.
I wish McCarron would have gotten a full-on shot in the NFL, not just a backup. I actually liked him, but it sucked that he sat behind Andy Dalton his whole career.
He was more known for his girlfriend just being really hot.
Yeah, but he was good though.
Yeah, he was.
Greg McElroy sucked, but. What's his name? That's UFC. I'm stupid. Not UFC. USC.
Who do the Lions play this weekend?
I'll tell you here in a minute. The Dolphins go to Detroit.
Ooh.
Tua and the boys take on.
Let's hope MCDC pulls out the dub. And he ain't saying to him at halftime, I seen about 3 what the shits and 2 what the fucks out there, man.
Damon, now that we got you on, I want to hear who do you think the Super Bowl teams are going to be this year? Who you got in the NFC and the AFC? Who do you got?
I hate to say it, but I'm starting to believe my dad's narrative. It could be the battle of the 0-4, boys. The Bills, Vikes.
Vikes?
Bills,
There's no way. There's no way. I'm a Vikings fan. That will never happen. Ever.
What is the 0-4?
Both the Bills and the Vikings are 0-4 in the Super Bowl. Well, they're both 0-4 in the Super Bowl.
Battle of the 0-4s.
I am not high on the Vikings. Kirk
No,
Cousins will shit the bed in the playoffs. There's
Yeah,
no fucking
They're
doubt
gonna
about
lose to
that.
somebody. I can't put myself there.
I think we
Kirk
can all
Cousins
agree
is
that the
the
AFC is
most-
probably going to take the chip this
Dude.
year. Whoever comes out of the NFC probably doesn't stand.
Kirk,
a
if you
chance.
We need to do a
If you ever
segment
see
where we
this-
do.
Kirk, if you ever see this, I'd love to sit down and have lunch. Do you have a conversation? You seem like a cool guy to hang out with. But you just don't have the balls.
He'll
The
get you a
balls that
chain.
I like to see on an NFL quarterback for my team. I'm sorry. You just don't.
He can get you a chain, probably a discount.
You like that? I do like that, Kirk. I really do.
You like that? I love that.
Oh, shit.
I love it.
Yeah, you do love it.
I love it. I love it.
Oh.
All right, gentlemen. Damon, what do you got to tie us up on this beautiful Friday morning when this thing drops? What do you got, Damon? We always let somebody give a 30-second shout out or they want to talk about. Go ahead and give us your spiel.
I guess I don't really have too much to say other than, like I said before it started, I appreciate being able to come on. It's been awesome.
Hell
Definitely
yeah,
going to
man.
continue watching.
Appreciate it, dog.
Yeah, like I think we said before the show, I think I owe you about $1,000 in giveaway money to go
Yeah.
and win them all. But heck yeah, man, it's been a blast. We'll definitely have you on again, especially when we figure out some things about. I want to do a lot of things with this thing. I want to have like we'll have you. I want to have like a 10-person. Because you can have 10 people on this program. We're on 10-person like where we draft all time or like guys since 2000 NFL like. Everybody we do a full draft, full team draft. I want to do that. I want to have an NBA take your 10-player draft. I want to do all those things. I want to have that stuff and put it out there and just see who has the best team. Let the comments decide who wins, that kind of thing. I want to do that. I want to get people on here for that. We're going to do that in the coming weeks here. We're kind of putting it in motion right now to see who all we can get on. But yeah, you'll definitely be one of them that we can get on for that.
Hell yeah. Most
I didn't know you were that big of a basketball guy. I was kind of shocked to hear that.
Yeah, basketball and football are probably my two favorite sports. It's neck and neck. I played more basketball in school than football.
I feel that. Debo, what do you got to say before we get off this thing, brother?
Shout out to all the listeners. Todd Bowles, definitely not coach of the year. That was a absolutely outrageous take. Only thing else I got to say is go Georgia.
Who do we have for coach of the year? That's actually kind of a mid.
At first, I was going to give it to Doug Peterson because the Jaguars were trying to turn it around,
bro.
but then they fell off, so I can't do that anymore. Yeah, right now it's Nick Sirianni for sure.
Sirianni or Daboll?
Daboll.
Yeah, that's
it's got to be Daboll. That's it. Daboll all the way. If they stay hot, Daboll. The Giants have been perennial bad, perennial terrible team.
Facts.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed though? 3 teams in the NFC East are balling. Who would have guessed that?
Yeah,
Nobody.
the NFC least ain't the NFC least anymore, huh?
The Jets will choke it down there. Well, the Jets will start sucking here soon.
Well, they're in the AFC, so we ain't got to worry about that.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
retarded. Never mind. I was thinking like New York teams. My bad.
No, you're good.
Zach Wilson might just start getting too caught up with extracurriculars to start paying attention and locking in on Sundays.
His mom's friend's coming over for dinner this week.
What's funny though is you went to BYU. That's just so cheesy to be a BYU guy. Like they get like
They're into
banned.
that shit. Polygamy, brother.
I know, but they get banned on. Didn't like Jimmer Fredette's like teammate get kicked off the team for banging somebody while he was on the at school?
That was
there?
premarital, brother. As long as you got 5.
Oh yeah,
months
like
in there.
well Zach ain't married. I know it was in the NFL afterward, but like I mean, they thought it'd be like they'd shame him or something, excommunicate him because he wasn't married to his wife or to his mom's friend.
Yeah, Zach Wilson and Jamal Williams both getting into fucking nothing but mischief at BYU.
Yeah, facts.
Jamal Williams.
Yes, sir. For the Packers Detroit Lions right now.
He
Yep.
was.
Getting fined for thrusting.
What is that?
If you can guess what this is,
Playing
damn
card?
What?
Is it your wedding ring?
Playing card.
It is my wedding ring. Good call. I'm
That's
just
a
being dumb.
fat ass wedding ring. You look big as shit.
39 carat? No, I'm just kidding.
Hell yeah. Carrot gold.
All right, boys. One more. I don't know. I'm going to shout out Damon. Thank you for coming on. Debo, what's our giveaway? I want to stay on and keep talking, but I'm just gonna ramble at this point. But what do you got, Devo? What's our giveaway? What's our discount code?
If you're still watching right now, I need you to comment. I need you to comment. I need you to comment. Banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
Hot pocket.
And that's the show.
That's the show.